This is a short piece called Letter to the One in Heaven, and a disclaimer, I'm really sorry. Dad, were you there, watching us trying to pick up the pieces after you left? When I helped Mum iron my Sunday best dress. I was only 6, but I understood that you had gone, with no date of return. I still demanded to go to breakfast for Santa, making the very lovely police officer, who had unfortunately taken up residence in the kitchen, making copious amounts of cups of tea, giggle. A giggle which brightened up the room, filled with sadness, just for a moment. Are you there? Every time Mum thanks me for my innocence, for my simple understanding of the events that happened while I slept. Snuggling the only teddy you'd ever bought me. But shh, don't tell anyone. She still sleeps next to me, 23 years later. Were you there when I picked up a guitar for the first time? Strumming this huge guitar with tiny hands, desperate to learn, desperate to join in the music liturgies. Granted, it was so I got a comfy seat instead of those hard benches that felt like ice in winter. I'm certain I felt your hand squeeze my shoulder, giving me a reassuring pat on the back. I'm certain it was you that made the sunbeam shine down on Mum in the crowd at the first mass I played in. Were you there when I tripped over my own feet and broke my thumb? It was Mum's birthday. We sat in A&E for over 6 hours. We had reservations for this great Italian restaurant by the foreshore at 6 p.m. It was getting closer to the reservation time, and I remember watching Mum getting more annoyed at me and at the doctor. But something, just something, made us stop and smile. It was a little robin sat on the windowsill behind the nurse's station. She's always loved birds. They never failed to make her smile. Were you there when I walked down the aisle towards my future? Uncle Neil stood in your place, but it felt as though you were there holding my other arm, keeping me steady as I took one step after another to my new life. Are you here, watching us now, watching us never forget you? That late December day has shaped us into something different to what could have been. But what's the point of thinking of that? There were a million of reasons of why you left. Some logical, others not so much. My son, named after you, has your love of trains. It is like as though I was given a bit of you back, like an apology for having no time with you in my childhood. Instead, I get you in parenthood. Were you there when my babies needed arms to welcome and cuddle them in heaven? It brings comfort to knowing that they've got Grandpa waiting for them, to love them, look after them till I get to see them again. I am somewhat jealous of you. You get to see their faces and personalities. Are they like me, or do they take after their dad? My children are the luckiest children in the world. They are blessed with the best grandpa in heaven and the best grandma on earth. Were you the one who wrapped me up in love, helping me see the light in the darkest of days as I dealt with grief and pain? I sometimes wonder if it was you that planted the crazy idea to add going to university into my already crazy life. These one-sided conversations are all I have. I always get the feeling you are listening, laughing at me when I do the stupid things in my everyday life. Like the time I left the house in my slippers. I was sleep-deprived with a newborn, and I was comfortable, and I didn't really feel like leaving yet, but I did. Or what about the time I used my phone torch to look for my phone? All the times I trip over my feet, all the times I do silly dances at work or in uni to help pass the time and make my co-workers laugh. Do you sit up there shaking your head at me when I stay up till gone 2 a.m, promising myself over and over that it's the last chapter I'll read that night? Each day, I hope you are watching us all, going about the mundane, always with you in our hearts. Christmas may never be the same again, but I promise I'll always eat that extra Yorkshire pudding for you. Till we talk again, daughter.